Hey, deal makers, welcome to the show where it's all about financial freedom with real estate. Let's do this. Let's bring in our co-host, Garrett Lynch. What's going on, Garrett?
What's going on, Michael?
Hey, let's talk about some AI here. So I know, the world is obviously completely being changed by AI, and as normal, the real estate investing world maybe is a little bit behind. Property managers typically tend to be a little resistant to change in technology, much to our chagrin. And there is a new class of property manager coming out there who's actually embracing technology more. Some of the property management portals are getting much more advanced, making it much easier. But now we've started seeing a lot of AI being introduced in a mix. So talk about in what ways we are starting to use some AI.
So property management in general it's an industry that's antiquated. So it's behind the eight ball, and there's a lot of issues with how it's lagging behind a lot of other industries. But there are some AI uses that we've seen that we've been able to use. One of them is called Colleen.ai, and that's allowed us to basically auto follow up with leads when it comes to leasing. So a lot of leasing is sales, following up with leads consistently. AI will step in and actually auto follow up with those people, and that'll result in more shows and more people coming on board and hopefully leasing your apartments. Additionally, we have the delinquency side of it. So AI will also go in and hit people up for money. So people that are not paying, it'll automatically bug them to get you paid more. So there's a couple of use cases that we've seen. There's a lot more to go, but for right now, we've seen these work, and so we're rolling them out.
Yeah, it's amazing. Again, a very slow adoption for some reason in the commercial real estate space, multifamily specifically, a lot of resistance there. But this is really cool that some of our property management is adopting it, because it also tends to be incorporated into some of these management platforms. So they have no choice but to use them. And so I think it's really, really encouraging, and it's only now just starting. So today, let's dive into today's episode with Atticus LeBlanc, where he's going to unpack how PadSplit, their shared housing model, has really transformed and continue to do so the rental income, reduce vacancies, and provide affordable housing. And to me, it's a shift in how traditional housing has been used, kind of like short-term rentals and things of that nature. It's a really cool model, and he actually has a lot of experience applying to the multifamily space. And so we talk about that in this episode. So Atticus LeBlanc, founder and CEO of PadSplit, and this platform has really been shaking up the traditional rental model. What I found surprising, Garrett, is that he actually had more success applying the PadSplit shared housing model to multifamily. That's very encouraging.
Yeah. So PadSplit in general, I mean, there's a lot of things to overcome that he's had to overcome quite a bit to get to this place where he's at right now. And being able to infuse it into multifamily after starting with single family is a huge step forward. It allows a lot of people to kind of change how they're looking at their business model. Us, for example, we've brought them actually on a couple of our properties, and we're working to get them to add the PadSplit model because it can double our revenue on just a couple units. So adding them in and scaling that throughout our portfolio can really increase your revenue in general, and it's just a really cool program.
Yeah, it really is, and I just love how you shift models like that. My daughter looked into PadSplits for a brief minute, and so I adjusted the syndicated deal analyzer, Garrett, to actually underwrite PadSplit deals, and it is pretty cool. The profit is high enough for you to actually syndicate that. The problem is, at the end of the day, there's not enough dollars coming out of it. I mean, you can take a normal house that's normally getting $1,500 whatever per in rent, and yes, you can double it to $3,000, and yes, you can make $900 or whatever per month or something. Okay, that's cool, but I want 10 per month. So I still need 10 of these houses, And so while this is actually really cool, and it doesn't, by the way, work in all jurisdictions. And there's a certain amount of jurisdictional risks, like with Airbnbs that are built. So it's not a no-brainer, right? I'm not saying it's a no-brainer. I think it's cool if you're going to get into single family rental space. It's something to look into. But fundamentally, again, it's a matter of scale, right? How can you scale a real estate portfolio with just single family house?
Well, you also have to look at, there's a little bit of a disruption. So you don't want to have too much disruption inside of your apartment complex. We don't take Airbnbs for the reason that we don't want to have people that are not basically background checked living on site. Okay. So this is kind of a hybrid between people that get background checked, live on site short term, and people that live on long-term leases. So you can double down. But the problem is, in that situation with PadSplit, people can be in too close quarters. So you can have issues with management. So that's really the underlying thing. If you can figure out the management, that side of it is what's difficult. But if you can get that done, then you can increase your revenue and scale a little bit further.
Yeah, and there's another place that traditional property managers resist new ideas, and this is certainly one of them. And so, one thing to do is to have a specialized manager that's coexisting with the existing manager, again, creating tension. So it's not a non-problematic problem to solve, but it is worth solving because it is a very interesting model. But if you guys want to learn how to really scale with real estate, this is something we specialize in. We specialize in two ways: one for the active investor who wants to find a deal, become a general partner. We have literally the best program on the planet to help you do that, to help you scale your rentals, your flips, and finally actually achieve financial freedom within a very short order of a year, or maybe a little bit more. And check us out on themichaelblank.com/call and just schedule a call with us. I think it's really going to be one of the most important calls that you have all year. Some of you may be looking for passive investment opportunities. Maybe you invested in a rental yourself passively, kind of a pain in the butt, turnkeys, kind of a mixed bag. If you are interested in scaling and partnering with us on the passive side, our investment firm is called Nighthawk Equity. It's at nighthawkequity.com. Just head on over there, learn about us on the investing side. And again, schedule a call with us. It's the best way to get to know each other and see whether we can help each other. So check both of us out. And hopefully this episode inspired you to consider investing more in real estate, because it is an awesome asset class. So until next time, catch you later.